hopefully I don't get my behind
We
beat.
are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesar Superdome. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went. Out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to take this across the 15 into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 4. McCarthy operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here we go.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got to pin back inside the 5, and then you let them rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
He finds Austin complete. And he's stopped at the 35, and not before he picks up 7 yards. The Saints in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
It is so difficult to run the ball against that defensive front. They make short gains like that feel like 10 to 15-yard runs. Everything's an effort.
Here's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Put down for a sack. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
I think if you asked them truthfully, they would have been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give a manageable 3rd down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned 2nd and long into not just a 1st down, but a huge play.
This is Marshall. And he gets it a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to troop a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To the air with McCarthy. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Extend. Here we go, son.
From the gun, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Leo Chanel breaking up the throw. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. All right.
Now Fields. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
6 yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Here we go, son. All right.
They snap it to Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
At the 48-yard line.
Oh, Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh, Lord, I'm a rookie and
Throwing again is Fields. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10.
Go now. Here we go. 19 windy. Here we go. All right.
Here's a give up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
319, yes, that. Angel. All right.
Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Marshall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That's going to line up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd and goal, McCarthy. Touchdown, Cowboys! From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. When I can butcher either pink or brown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Green 19, green 19. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
222. Go.
To throw is Fields. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now.
Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Slide for the PAT.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21. Saints nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go,
Well,
sir.
CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready? Man. Green 19, just attack. Get high.
Here's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And here's Marshall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on the gain of 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
19, Tiger, 9.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go, Sly.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball to the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here we go. Turbo, sir.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defense in front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
319, get set.
Now it's Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. They drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for them. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Got his man, it's Williams.
And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
On first down, it's Marshall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half.
Saints nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, they'll come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
331. Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields. Wilson's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. We're good. All right.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here we go. Go.
To the air again, Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time of year.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
147 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground.
Marshall.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
McCarthy off the play fake. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We have to plyometric. Ran up by the Lux and that's up the highest metric.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, Coach just talking about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he will go down, a Cowboy sack.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Out. 319, that's right.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down.
It's Marshall. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19 target.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Marshall.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. The defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Joey Sly set to kick
Joey
off.
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more bonus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First and 10.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. On the RPO. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not really positive grades will be handed out this far.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll motion McLaurin left.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Let's go.
They go with Jacobs. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, side.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 14th today. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 11 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Marshall. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Back to throw. McCarthy.
Street's got it complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still
under pressure now. He's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Theo Johnson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd
certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, but he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, strike. Cougar 19. Let go.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here, and he's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Is a turnover on down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Here's a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. They had a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second down and 4.
Operating from the gun, Atkins. Caught, it's Wilson. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fake up dog type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
4-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
And all of us, all my people there, oh, what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to my shut it down. Whenever I get your money up, and even I got put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us.
Here we go. We good.
Now Fields. Now quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Fields.
This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here and now football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, it's apparent that they've been a better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing